Go
minute
take care
now,
of business.
so
There we go.
thank
Go
you.
take care of business. And make sure, Trevor, you check out this in the week 8 module, check out this summary response essay number 3. Because that's the assignment. And it's the same thing we've been doing with our summary responses. The only difference is this time you're choosing the essay. But okay, don't
Wait,
let
what?
me get you fired, man. So go take care of business. And
Oh, I'm
just,
not gonna get fired, but I'm confused. uh, so wait a minute. So we're not, that's the final?
no, that's your first piece of research for your final.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
That's why you're choosing your own article. So you're choosing an article about something you have an interest in, and you're still going to summarize it and respond to it just like we did with our first 2 at the beginning of the semester. The only difference is you're choosing the article because it's going to be your first piece of research for whatever you're discussing in your final essay.
Okay? I got you. All right, well then I'll watch this recording later.
Yeah, go
Thanks.
take care
I'll
of business,
see you later.
man. Go take care of business. All right. Now, all right. So no religious topics, all right, or topics that are going to involve religion. Again, your faith, more power to you, but it's exactly that. It's your faith. And a lot of time, well, just last semester, I'll give you an example. I had a student, who initially wanted to write about, bringing prayer back into public school. And, we had some dialogue about it. And, I was explaining to him why, something like that wouldn't work, for a paper of this nature. All right. And then it's, if you're going to include prayer in school, are you going to include like, Islamic prayers? Are you going to include like Jewish prayers, Hindu prayers, Buddhist prayers, or Buddhist chants, or whatever? Like, is that going to alienate agnostic people? All right, but it's too complicated. All right, but essentially, like arguments based on religion, they kind of ask your reader to make a leap of faith with you, and that's not really fair for you as a writer to ask your reader that. All right, so no topics that are going to rely on religion as support. Okay, no topics that are going to rely on religion as support. Also, no conspiracy-based topics of any sort. All right, because again, you aren't going to be able to find credible sources, to support. All right, and things of that nature. Conspiracy theories are, I guess, they're fun to think about and speculate about, but this paper is going to require some evidence, right? Your reader, just as throughout the semester we've been reading and offering our critiques or offering our assessment, our analysis, our evaluation, or whatever we're writing. Now we're doing like a role reversal. We got to picture our reader looking at our evidence. Okay, looking at the quality and the quantity of our evidence, right? So we have to keep that in mind, as we put our papers together. Okay, or excuse me, as we think about, what we're going to write about. No religious topics, no conspiracy theories. All right. Nothing that's too subjective. And what I mean is stuff that's like purely opinion based. All right, because again, it's going to be hard for you to find evidence. All right, now your opinion is going to be in your paper, of course, no matter what you're writing about. But just make sure you choose something that you can argue. Okay, and it's no one. I don't want to break out the prompt just yet for this thing. All right, just know it's an argument. Okay, and here's our first piece of this thing: summary response essay number 3. And like I was saying, it's like I was telling Trevor a minute ago, it's the same thing we've been doing, or you've already done this semester. The only difference is it's your choice. All right, I'm just gonna skip because I've read all this before. All right, I'm skipping to right here. All right. In this assignment, you will be inserting your voice into an ongoing academic discussion as you summarize and respond to the ideas in an article of your choice. Okay. Don't just choose the shortest thing you find. I know, not to say that anybody's going to do this, but don't just choose something because of the length. At the same time, though, you don't want to choose like a book length article for this assignment. All right, 3-4 pages, that's plenty. Okay, for your article. All right, so in this assignment, you'll be inserting your voice into an ongoing academic discussion as you will summarize and respond to the ideas in an article of your choice. It's time to begin thinking about the topic for your final research project. Okay, the article you choose is the start of your research. Get started by thinking about issues you care about. Okay? Think about issues you care about. Okay? That's the best place to start thinking about a topic. Oh, a third topic you can't write about, or a third category that you can't write about. If you had me for comp 1, you can't just do the same thing. All right, you can't just add a few pages to your paper. Okay, like here's my updated version. Okay, that would be nice, but you can't do that. Okay, so no double dipping. All right, so get started by thinking about the issues you care about. No conspiracy-based or religious-themed topics are acceptable for your final project. Okay. Another like when I think topics that are too subjective, I have one I remember, and I wish that I think it was an online section, so I didn't get a chance to confer with this student as much as I like. But I got a draft, and essentially the draft was asking, is it better to be beautiful or smart? All right, but both of these words are very subjective, because if you ask 10 people like what beautiful is, you're going to get 10 different answers. Same thing with smart, right? You're going to get 10 different answers. All right, so try to stay away from topics like that. Like, which one is better? Okay, this is better than that. All right, but other than that, think about something you have stake in, right? Something you have an investment in. As I keep saying, something you care about, right? If you had a magic wand, right, and you can make a change, right, to society or any aspect of society, right? What would you do? What would you do, man? Okay, what would you do? What changes would you make? Or you can take a pre-existing issue and take a stand on it. Okay, it's like, here's this issue, here's my position. Okay, and just argue in support of your position. That's fine. All right, as long as it's not a religious or conspiracy-based topic. Okay. Well, other than that, go with what you're interested in. Your article must come from a credible source. It could be the Free Press, Detroit News, Wall Street Journal, okay, CNN, NPR. But okay, I'll show you a great place to get resources from in a second here. All right, the rest of the directions are the same as our other two summary responses. And really, like I was saying before, the only difference between this summary response and the other two that we've done is this one is based on an article of your choosing. All right. Excuse me. This one's based on an article of your choosing. So don't go on D2L looking for the article. because you're only going to find the prompt. All right. And this thing is due a week from today, Thursday. Okay, Thursday of next week. All right. So you got time to think about a topic. And then, you know, we're going to meet again Tuesday. If you have an idea for your paper that you want to run past me on Tuesday, you know, I'm happy to dialogue with you about it. Okay, happy to talk about it with you. All right. Now, on the other two summary response essays, the works cited page was already done for you, or the entry was already done for you, and you just had to paste it onto your onto your paper. But for this one, you're gonna have to, like, whatever article you use, you're gonna have to use your own, you're gonna have to format it yourself. And I'll show you a couple shortcuts. All right. Now, okay, if you're, I don't want that. I want the home page. Okay, if you're like, man, you know, I'm interested in a lot. I don't know what to write about. Okay, I don't know what to write about, man. I'm interested. I have many interests, as I'm sure most of you do. You have many interests. Okay, a good place, right, to look for resources. I'm just going into our library. Okay. Wonder what they're talking about. Okay. Probably not. Probably just pose it for the camera. All right, and I'm going to find articles and databases. And then I'm going down here to opposing viewpoints, or you can go points of view. They're all the same, or they're both the same. Go opposing viewpoints in context. And then sign back in. All right, now, okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna go browse issues. That gives you this extensive list. All right. Ton. Ton. Oh yeah. This affects me as an English teacher. All right, so I clicked on this book banning, something I'm interested in. Okay, like not banning books is something I'm interested in, I should say. All right, so it gives you an overview of the issue itself, but then, okay, if you want to look at a magazine article, if you want to look at a news article, I'll just go to news. Right. Yeah. Oh, it's my man, LeVar Burton. All right, now here's an article right here. Here's the great thing about our library. I'm not just saying this because I work at OCC, but the great thing about our library, this article is from a little over a month ago, and it's on the Washington Post. But if you just go back to the Washington Post and try to look at the archives, you might have to pay for something like this. All right, so I think like using our library, you know, can give you kind of a leg up. Another great thing about our library is this. You can download these articles to your own paper. That's not, or to your own computer. That's not what I wanted to show you though. Yeah, okay. It's a works cited entry. All you got to do is paste this onto your summary response at the end, or excuse me, on whatever page you end with. Okay, like if you end at page 3, your works cited page is going to be page 4.
Professor Norwood.
Yep.
Can I use Google Scholar?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
The first student that's ever asked me that, man. But use Google Scholar, definitely. Okay. Next week when we start talking about research a little more, like I'll show you the difference between, you know, just using standard Google versus using Google Scholar. Google Scholar is always going to be your best bet for academic papers, because when you Google something, you're gonna get valid info, but you're also going to get like a bunch of stuff you don't want. You're gonna get advertisements. You might get some, things that are not accurate. All right, but with Google Scholar, and that's another thing about school libraries. The content that goes in a school library has been peer reviewed and fact checked. All right, and then there's also, I'll show you some more of these fact checking sites next week though. But Snopes is usually like the go-to fact check. All right. Okay, and they have like what's in the news now, but you can also search stuff. The Snopes is also good, like if like those social media stories that keep getting passed around. All right, they're just good for fact checking. All right, but then Aiden and others, our library actually has a link to Google Scholar, so you can just go here. All right, and then we were just looking at opposing viewpoints. Okay, I want to read this number. Reading Rainbow. If you're of a certain age, man, you probably remember growing up or Reading Rainbow. I think they're trying to make it come back, but I'm not 100% sure. Points of View, okay, is the other one. It's a similar setup. All right, and here I'm trying to. Oh, you just go show all. Damn. Okay, you don't have to choose from this list, but I also think that this list is pretty comprehensive, right? I'm just gonna click on that one. Okay, same setup, right? Gives you articles, newspapers, books, okay, academic journals, right? So it gives you all that, and I want to say, no, this isn't. You might be able to control the dates on this one. I'm not exactly sure, but again, we'll go magazine for this one. All right, and we'll just click that. All right, and then here's the article. You can also listen to it, right? But read it. All right, and then you can come over here, right? MLA. Bam. This is also your works cited entry. Just paste this onto your works cited page. What you don't want to do for a works cited page is just put the link. Okay. And it's important for these assignments that you include a works cited page, because since I'm not choosing the article, I'm gonna have to go back and look at your article. So a properly formatted works cited entry will just make it so I don't have to do too much like super sleuthing, for your to find your topic. Okay, so I got to these again, and I'm only showing you two databases right now because opposing viewpoints and points of view, they're just great for like these early stages if you're choosing a topic. But they're really great for, honestly, they're great for like finding your research too once you begin your draft. All right, and then another one, I don't believe our library links us to this one. No. It's not working. All right, so procon.org. Okay, and then the way you look at all the issues, is the internet making you stupid? Okay, I don't know, man. That's is it? I don't know. Very tempted to click on the poll. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Again, they gives you, oh, man, I gotta click it now. Okay. This one, now this one, it doesn't link you to art. I mean, I guess you could like paste this into your browser and see what you get. But also I wouldn't use this one because it's from 2008. And try not to select anything that's more than 10 years old. But really try to stay as recent as you can, or try to stay as current as you can. All right. Okay. So this one you have to do a little bit more legwork, meaning like you have to actually click, you know, on these articles. But this is like procon.org is just another good one because it just gives you you know, it just lays out some topics. Okay. More issues. Okay. And these are more topics. But as I was saying to you before, okay, you don't have to choose a topic from one of these sites, from one of these databases. Opposing Viewpoints, Points of View. There's also CQ Researcher, which is it's the kind of the same setup as Opposing Viewpoints, and then the other one. But right, maybe there's just something that, here we go, browse topics. Maybe there's just something that you have an interest in already, right? Like there's some current event. Okay. Maybe you want to write about, you know, the situation in Ukraine, right? You can make an argument. But the only thing about that is, since, you know, there's only been like active, or this current conflict has only been raging for it's actually a month today or a month yesterday. So I don't know how much writing has been done about it just yet. But you know, if you want to research it, you're more than welcome to. All right. But I think it could also work because, you know, that situation has kind of been escalating, you know, over the last few years or so. Okay. But okay. There's a ton to write about, man. So start with what you're interested in. Okay. Start with what you're interested in. All right. Any questions for me? That's all I had today, was really just to drop this summary response on you. All right. And for you all to get the ball rolling on your research paper. All right. Pick something you're interested in. Okay. Pick something you're interested in. All right. Find a credible argument. Find a credible article. Right. Summarize it. Respond to it. Okay. And then we'll move forward. All right. Any questions or thoughts for me? Everybody still alive? Okay.
Yeah, we here.
I was gonna say, is there any, like, okay, cool. All right. So yeah, start thinking about it, my good people. And while you all are doing that, you know, I'll get busy reading your rhetorical analyses. I'm anxious to see, you know, how the final products turned out, you know, given how successful the rough drafts were. All right. That's all I got for today, my good people.